Hello and welcome to Artist Live. My name is Yasmin and I will be your educator for today. Today we are making a Dreamcatcher, a Crescent Moon Dreamcatcher, and there's a lot of things to do about it, so we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what I made, the project. So here we are. Yeah, if I flip it like this, we are good. Okay, so this is my Dreamcatcher. It's a lot of details, a lot of gluing, a lot of, um, yeah, a lot of components to get it done. I can try to take it a bit up to the camera so you can see. And here's all the lovely relics that I've done. Yep. So let's just get started. I'm gonna put it over here. And yeah, what I basically used an embroidery hoop. They look like this, and they have two circles. You can unscrew, and you have two. So for my first one, I first thought maybe I should do the double one, but after working it a bit with it a little bit, I thought no, I'm just gonna do the one circle. So you actually get two dream catchers out of one embroidery hoop, and we are working with the inside one today of the one that I used. So the first thing that you need to do is you have to remember to make the holes for the dangly parts. Without the dangly parts, yeah, it's not really a dream catcher. It's just a picture, round picture. Yeah. Yeah, Alina, I think some people thought it was smaller, but it is actually 6 inch, I think, 6 inch wide. So, yeah, I think so. And hello, listen. And yeah, so remember to make the holes for the dangly parts. And if you want to hang it up, you have to make a hole here as well. So I just used my crocodile, and it's a bit hard to get it in because it's so, you need to be on, yeah, I'm just doing this like, yeah, I'll be fine here. Thinking this is good, and make the hole. So this is where you will try to put your ribbon in, and this is where the dangly bits are going. So the next part is to trace around the cardboard. I just used regular cardboard for my backing, so just trace around. Like this. Trace around and cut it out using my trusty Team Hole scissors. I don't really mind if it's not totally circular, just as long as it covers in the back. And you can always use this edge scraper tool and just make the edges better. So yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Almost done. Okay. So I don't throw away all the cardboard pieces because, yeah, you can always use them as extra dimension on your other project. So don't throw them out. Here's my glue. Yeah, Karen. Just let Karen know, and maybe she will do the links when you're away if you need to go away. So putting some glue on, if I can get it out from the bottle, which was very difficult today. I don't really have another bottle that's open either. Oh, this took forever. Oh yeah, that's better. Putting the circle on my back. Just make sure that it's fairly on the right place. Yeah, I'm somewhat happy with that. Needs to be covered. Everything needs to be inside the circle. Okay, so when we have our circle, we are ready to work inside. So what I did was I took some tissue paper. Doesn't really matter what sort of tissue paper you have. I have this green one. A good friend sent me. So I'm using the green one. It's just that with the tissue paper, you can use texture in the background. You could use the Tim Holtz one. You could use wherever you want. Doesn't really matter. We're painting everything black anyway, so nothing will show. So why not use the green one? So I am then gluing it with the soft matte gel from Prima, of course. And so I'm just putting glue on the background and the cardboard paper like this. Okay, it dries kind of fast, so I crunch it up just to get that texture. I'm looking for the texture. That's it. Just trying to glue everything just down. Tearing the excess off. And some more gluing. Like this. And working our way around. Okay. Like this. We are soon done with this gluing part. So any questions, please feel free to ask, and Heather will forward them or Karen will forward them to me. So yeah. So it's just all about the texture, getting that texture in the background. Like you see, it doesn't really matter the color. All about texture. And we are then, after doing all this, we are adding the arch stones. You can see here, I have a lot of arch stones in the edges, but I tried to keep the middle, well, kind of free from things. So now you have to pour a good amount of glue inside, but you have to remember where you have those holes, don't glue them shut. You will need them. So I'm putting in a fair amount of glue because I want the pebbles to stick. Like this. Yeah. And this is arch stones, the big ones. They're really light. They're so extremely light. So I'm pouring it in. To remember, I have a hole here, so I don't cover it. I just want it on the sides, not so much in the middle. And I have to remember, yeah, this is good down here. Like this. It's all about the texture. You have to be careful. Here's the holes, so I just have to be careful here not to cover them up. Kind of tedious work. Promise you, will look good. Doesn't really look good now. Okay. Hopefully most of them will glue down and on the edges. And just a tad more glue over here. So when I've done with the larger ones, I will use the small ones. And then these are the mini art stones. Doing the same here as I did with the larger ones. Just pouring it in, and it's all about letting it dry. Just making sure that I don't glue shut the holes. And yeah. Okay, so the first part of our project is done. So I'm gonna put this aside a bit to dry, and then I'm gonna paint and show you how I did with the oil pastels. So every time I need to dry something, I will just keep this nearby and dry it at the same time, so it gets extra dry time. So since we're painting over it with black, we do need it to be fairly dry, or else the pebble's gonna move. But I don't think we're not gonna have the pebbles move today, but you know, so if you have time to dry it overnight, that would be the best. Let me just clear up some of the art stones here. Okay. So next step is to work on the relics, and the relics has these awesome chandeliers. These are a pack. You can get other ones in a pack. These ones you can find in a different pack. I've painted some. which I think actually is a couple of other packs. So they have a variety of these chandeliers to choose from. So go check them out. I also added a cross on my first one. It's just a small one. And I couldn't find a small one like this, but it's there. This is the cross. This is another pack again. And yeah, let me just move that out of the way. Okay. So you see that I've painted some of these black. I did a horrible job, but anyways, it's kind of black. I'm going to use this packaging and paint this one as well so you can see. I used the black heavy gesso from Prima and Finnabair's collection. And I'm just going to... Okay. So painting this, I tried to be fairly thorough, but we are using the oil pastels on top. So we can cover some of the impurities. That will be no problem. But it's good to be fairly thorough with the painting and do a okay paint job. Like this. Are there any questions? No, but my paint job wasn't really good on the chandeliers. I see some what we in Norway call holidays, which is which is a term we use for days in between holidays. That's not really, yeah, it's holidays between the works, so we call them that. It's just a say. We have many cool Norwegian sayings. So yeah, Heather knows all about my Norwegian sayings. So yeah, painting on the back, painting on the front. You get the point. Okay, so we need now is to dry a bit. So I'm gonna be certain these are dry. Yeah, I think they are. But they are so pretty. Look at them, so pretty. Oh, chandeliers. This one is the one I did a horrible job on. Yeah. Just dry this really fast. Like this. Thinking I was gonna try something. Okay, so I'm going to now use the oil pastels, and this package you find 24 assorted colors of oil pastels. They're also from Prima. Look at the lovely colors. And today I'm doing the same colors as I did on my first one, using the teals. So these two will be a shoe-in, the colors, and grays and the white on the black. These are the colors we're using. So I basically just ran my pastel around the edges and used my finger to rub them out. and to add color, and yeah, to see those awesome, you can see the awesome type edges they have more. Like this. Yeah, I do have my blow dryer on. That's I need to I need to try to dry the glue on the Dreamcatcher. So I'm trying to fix it so I don't have to hold it, but it still will dry our project while we work on our chandeliers. Okay. Look how cool that turns out. Adding some white. And we're not going to use this part. I stretched it out and I made a hoop or a loop on the top like this, and I kind of twisted it once. Then you will get the hook. You could put you get the hook, or you can put the ribbon in. The old pastels are dry, but you could use whatever you like to color the. You could use paints. You could whatever. I just wanted to try them out, and I think they give a. They're kind of cool. So you could use these with water, but I'm pretty sure that you could do the same with like the Tim Holtz crayons. But I'm thinking that we are soon done with this one. See? Okay. And we have all of these to do left. And this one is really cool. It has more intricate details. I will show you soon. There will be a flower pattern on the top here. So how are we doing today? Everyone, how are we? It's Monday. It's Monday night here. And my husband just came home, which is awesome. No, you don't have to seal it, Joanne. I'm going to use Inca Gold on the top just to get a little bit of shimmer, but I've touched it a lot afterwards, but it doesn't rub off. So I think while you if you just have put it on, it will stay on. It sort of was that for me with the other ones. I've been taking photos of it. I've touched it, and yeah. So my answer there is no. I don't think you have to seal it. It's kind of relaxing to do this. Sitting here, painting on the chandelier, rubbing the paints around. Okay, I'm gonna do some highlights. I'm not gonna rub them too much. So okay, that's done. Just gonna turn. So this is beautiful. So we don't have to do all of them. You get the point uh, with the chandeliers. We can come back and do some more afterwards to see how much time we have. I'm just gonna do a couple more. I'll just finish this one up and we'll see how dry this is. That's the Dreamcatcher. And I do think I have maybe a question for you because I have two crescent moons. I have the one that Didi Catron made with her Wow Studio, and this is it. It's just that it's a tad smaller than this one. So we have to decide which of the moons we're going to use. The bigger one is actually a tinhole die that I've done. So just cut it out from the crescent moon and stars dies. Kind of liking this. Yeah. So we'll go back and do a couple more. I have a couple of more. I have that one and the other one. We'll go back and do that maybe later. This is the Inca Gold. I've used the old silver one. I like the fact that it's kind of a mixture between gold and silver. And you don't have to put much on. But it's really going to make it look so good. Check that out. I'm going to do this on this one too. Look at how that shines. So gorgeous. I can't wait to get the hold of the Prima ones. I haven't, I've ordered them, but not gotten them yet. I can't wait to get, I ordered them all. So if there are anything like these, I'm going to be so pleasantly surprised and happy because I love the Inca Gold ones. And I'm pretty sure Finnabair is awesome too. Yeah, the gold gives it a bit of, just makes it shine, and I just kind of feel like it's good with the theme because we're doing the moon and kind of reminds me of how the moon shines. This type of color. So, look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we have three done. I'm going to put them aside and we're going to do some more painting. You can absolutely do more on the back because, yeah, if you're going to have it dangling, it will show on the back. But mine is going to be mounted to a wall and hanging straight, so it doesn't, I don't really need to do anything on the back. Okay, so I've been drying this the whole time since we started chatting. And hi, Luciana, thank you for coming. And hopefully it's dry enough to paint on. Some of them are going to loosen, but we just have to deal with that when the problem comes up. So back to the heavy gesso, the black one. And we're painting everything black. Just need a brush. And a lot of paint. Yeah, it's kind of, I think it worked, leaving the blow dryer on. Try to be as thorough as you can by getting everything covered, because the white's going to show. Okay. So, painting, painting, painting. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask. But I'm quite happy. It's kind of dried very well. I was really nervous about not getting it dry enough so we could paint on it. I think that would be an issue. Yeah, like that. There came off. So, yeah, add some more paint. Actually, better to just cover it with paint than brushing it over. We'll have to just dry it afterwards. Well, we're not going to cover that. It's the hole. So make sure to check for the holes as well. So, anyone else have ordered the new Prima waxes? I'm so waiting to get a hold of these waxes. Okay, we are almost done with painting everything black. Just doing some of the excess on the outside here. Like this. So here I see that the edge is a bit over. You could totally just file that down. So I'm gonna tweak it afterwards. Oops, filing it down and making the edges smooth so it will look pretty on a wall. Okay, soon done with. Hopefully I've been a good painter and covered everything. Just the black gesso is not forgiving, so if you miss a spot, it will show. It will show clearly that you missed a spot. Okay. Yeah, like right here. So, thinking I'm almost done. So, drying time again. So have we figured out if you're using the smaller or the larger moon, or are we using them together? Because I tried it out, you can actually layer them a bit, the moons. You will get like a large shadow behind. I will see if I have some wet wipes here. I have some wet wipes. I'm gonna just do like this again. And yeah, you can layer the moons. I will show you. I'm just gonna take some of the paints off my hands. So I won't ruin the project. Every craft room should come with a sink, like nearby. Mine doesn't have a sink. It has lots and lots of stuff, no sink. Okay, so you can actually layer this. Here's the finished piece again. You know, this is the moon that I've cut out. It's the same. It's the Team Host one. But the little moon, it fits on top like this. So you could do like a shadow thing with it. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want the little or the large moon. You have to help me decide. Yeah, and we are drying over here. Yeah, the Team Host moon comes is a big size, and the big size is the best size you can buy. I always buy the big size because for the first, I can cut out in cardboard. I can cut out in like chipboard, cardboard, tech, fabric. I could cut out in plastic, whatever I like. It's the only dies that really can let you cut out in thicker things. The of course you have intricate details, and you would have limited um, assortment in the big size. But if I were to choose myself, if there's two threes and they're similar, I will always go with a big size just because I have more options with one of those. I say large moon too, Joanne. I think it fits better. It will just flow better in the background. Like, check it out. It fits perfectly, right? And you have, this is the small moon. So you choose, guys. Now you see the difference? Oh yeah. I now see that I haven't painted everywhere. Like I said, the black gesso is not forgiving if you do a bad job with the paint. But, okay. We're going to do more drawing. So, the next step I did is I took my trusty color blooms out. And goodbye, Karen. And I used the detail. And I used the white. So, I'm just going to spray it a bit. Try to cover the places I missed. Like that. And I also did the white, which I totally messed up. Yeah, the small moon is cute, and it comes with layers because it's an Wow Studio one. I have the layers here so you can see the whole thing. Let me just find the layering. It has, because it's more detailed, right? This moon, and it can be layered. Oh yeah. So using the white and the teal, it will blend. Yeah, Petra, it would be kind of a shadow effect. That's what I showed earlier. I think it could be a cool effect on it. We'll just have to see. The moon is the last thing we put in, so I'm working to make kind of a Cosmo feel, like we are making the outer space with little rocks and stuff. Yeah, the drawing is boring though. Sorry about that. But when this is drying like this, I can just put it up like this and dry. Then we can work on one of the chandeliers. That's multitasking. These are so nice to work with. Uh, One of my design team members at Scrapkey, which is a challenge blog. Hopefully Heather can find the challenge blog. Oh no, she's had to step away. Hopefully she will get back soon, but I'll ask her to link you to the Scrapkey challenge blog, which has awesome challenges every month. It's sponsored by 7 Dot Studio. I'm part of that design team, and one of the girls called Kasia, I think her last name says Pokakto. I'm not sure because I don't speak Polish, so um, and she has made this awesome canvas with using the oil pastels. We can link you to her YouTube page if you want to check her out. She's just phenomenal. She uses the oil pastels and it makes an awesome canvas. It's just, you all should check it out, and it's so worth it. It's just so lovely. Okay, Heather saying will be right back. So she's getting the links for you when she gets back. We'll ask her about that. The links. So, and some grays. And some of the whites on top. I'm liking the way it makes the black in these just pop out. Yes, it is scrapki with vaniovo. I'm just not good in Polish to say it. So Lemon Creation, if you do have a link for us, that would be awesome. Yeah, I am so lucky to be a part of that design team. I've been on it for 3 years now, I think, making different things. And we have not in 2 days we will have the second reveal on the blog. And the challenge this month is paintbrushes. Where did I put the? Here it is, my Inca Gold. Okay, just adding the Inca Gold on top. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, there it is. Thank you. Just take a look at all of the. Thank you so much, Lemon Creation. I actually learned to count to 10 in Polish when I was a little girl. I was where I lived. There were some Polish workers, and they had their girls, a little girl with them, and we usually played together and all sorts of things. So she learned how to. So I learned how to count to 10 in Polish, and I was maybe 10 years old, and I never forgot how to count to 10 in Polish. So, okay, so we're using white gesso in the middle to get that bright moon effect, you see. Hopefully I just use my finger. Hopefully that will get the same effect this time as well. Using the gesso, just doing it again. And drying a bit. I don't think I will count to 10 in Polish. uh, but it's a fun story. I did dazzle. I was at ProStart the first time. It was in 2013, I think. I I dazzled the Polish girls there with my counting. They were so surprised when I started counting in Polish. Okay, so this has to be dry because I want to add some more paint to it. Yeah, and I'm also going to do splatters afterwards. Carefully adding some more paints to get that Cosmo feel, that crescent moon style. Okay. Oh, awesome. Are you sharing your project with us in the scrap key on the links? Lemon? I don't know your name. You should tell me your name so I know who you are. Lemon Creations. Tell me your name. Okay, so drying a bit more. Yeah, I know Julian, that's what I was going for. Trying to make kind of a Milky Way or a galaxy thing. And I'm not done. I have to put on the yellow specks that I kind of thought maybe could go for stars. So we're doing the yellow specks, and the yellow specks are Glimmer Glam from Tattered Angels. My bottle is really beat up. It's the Rocking on Sunshine. I don't even think I linked that in the because I yeah in the subscription. I don't think I had that link to this product. But let me see if I can find a brush that will work for us. Um, you really have to stir in these bottles because the glitter tends to run down to the bottom. So just gonna splash some of these on, and it goes everywhere. Ugh, like that. And the Glimmer Glam dries with a glossy effect and a bit rised. So I'm just gonna dry up. Well, thank you so much for liking my project. I'm sorry I posted this so late. I just had it in my head and I didn't really know how to get it out, and I was a bit late, and I'm sorry about that, posting my project so late. But I'm so happy that so many of you are here to see it. So a bit more drying time, and then we'll finish off with some oil pastels around the edges and using the Inca Gold to get that shine to it. And we are painting our moon. So I'm just gonna put this up here again to do some more drying, and well, I'll do the large one. Just covering the moon. I think we have to have a couple of coats of the white gesso on him. This one also needs to be dried. The project has a lot of drying. So yes, and I'm hopefully, well, I'm not sure if I'm capable of finishing this on time, but I'll do my very best to not go for too long. I do understand if you have to leave. This the show is recorded, and you will find it in YouTube, on my YouTube channel, on the Artist Live YouTube channel, and there will be more close-up photos in my blog as well. This Dreamcatcher, I have to say, it's not easy to take a picture of, to do a good picture. Yeah, now you see the specs. So I'm trying to mimic stars. So now back to our oil pastels. Doing some on the edges, keeping with the theme, the same colors. Grays. It's a lot of talk about grays this day. 50 Shades of Gray. So let's put on some gray. Okay, soon done with the pastels. Going to put some of the white one as well. That's the bottom, here's the top. So, yep. Okay, then the last thing I do is the Inca Gold again. The Inca Gold, the old silver. Adding it on to the edges. And now you get the whole, you can see how good those, the stones will shine through when you put the Inca Gold on them. You will also, I think you will get the same effect with the Finnabair, the new ones. Oh, I can't wait to get them. That's why I talked so much about them. The same effect with them. But the Inca Gold is great too. All the way around. I'm also going to do some in the insides. Some of these are going to get covered because we are putting the moon in. But yeah, something similar it is. The insides are done. And we still have 5 minutes. So this is the moon inside. And are you all there? I can't see anything on the chat anymore. I don't know if the chat's stuck or whatever. If it is, I apologize. I don't see it. So are you there, everyone? So just gonna put some more whites on it, just to cover it a bit better. Like this. Just dry him a bit. Happy to see some on the chat. Happy to see some on the chat. You were also very quiet. I got worried. Yeah. I'm also putting some Inca Gold on that one as well, just to keep with the theme of everything. Like that. I don't know. Do you see it? Thank you, Joanne. So now the important stuff is, if now I know my top hole is here, so this is has to be my bottom. So when you glue your moon in, you don't glue it like this, and you have to remember to glue it in the right way. Um, I used a bit of extra chipboard from the cutout underneath, just to give it a bit dimension, and I've lost my scissors. Here they are. We need some of the cutout. That's why it's important to take care of everything like this. We need these chipboard pieces. And I have to see if we can get it in the back. Yeah. Maybe if I cut it and then find the glue. Tina, I think you're doing good. Thanks for coming. This. Let me see if I need to cut that piece a bit. Yes, I do. Yep. Oh well. There's Heather. Yes, awesome, Heather. So we've used the white gesso, and we have used the more of the Inca golds. We are now gluing in our man in the moon, or the crescent moon, right about here. And I did mess him up a bit, but I can always change him out. So like that. So he got a spot there that I didn't want, but I can always paint over with gesso afterwards to fix him. Yeah. So we're done with the insides. The thing we have done 4 of our 5 chandeliers. We need ribbon. We need a whole lot of ribbon. I use the seam binding ribbon from it's Zipper Stop, and I've colored it with some of the white, and of course the deep teal. And you can always use water. And I also used the tea dye mist a bit, just to get another color. We do need a whole lot of ribbon, like this. So okay, and what? Yeah, the moon did fit perfectly. For you can get this embroidery hoops in smaller pieces. You can get them in 4x4 inch, I think. You can get them in 6. You can get ovals. They're so cool, and I've seen so many do awesome projects using the embroidery hoops. I did see I think Tiffany Solario did one. I'm not sure. Some of the awesome Polish girls did one. Did a couple of these beautiful embroidery hoops. I've seen them on Amazon, that you can get them there, and I'm pretty sure that they have them in like general sewing stores. Um, yeah. So when my ribbon is drying, I'm going to find my hemp thread. This is just some black thread I had, and it just worked so well for me. Which of these pieces? I'm going to do this one in the middle. So, like I said, I make a hoop with the wire and twirl it on the back, so you get something you can uh, thread. And I have my husband's tool, and you cut this off on the back like this. And make sure to press it down so I don't hurt myself, like this. And now you have one of the dangling chandeliers, which I put on the thread. So when I try to figure out these how my how they're going to be on this thing, I try to place my chandelier, my Dreamcatcher, and I try to figure out how far away do I want them to be, because I don't want everyone to be in the same height, right? I want them to be like here. I wanted them to be in a different length. Untangle them. So the middle piece is longer. Okay, where are you going? Like this. So the middle piece are longer. So you have, when it hangs, it will hang in different levels. So think about that when you try to put your hoop together. So you lay out all your pieces and see, okay, I can have this piece here. Maybe this piece shouldn't be as far down. I have this piece, could be here. I could have this one, maybe should be all the way to the top. And just have a little place. So that, and we have the last one that I didn't finish. Tucking in. And you have the last piece, and maybe since there's a bigger piece, maybe it should be in the middle. So maybe this should be here. So try to figure out what sort of length they should be before you use the thread and put them together. And for the hanging thing, I used all this ribbon, and I finished it off by so I put this hemp thread inside here, and I tied a knot, and the knot won't show. You can't really see that I have used a knot inside here because it's all black. And I then put these ribbons inside the holes that you see here. So I put one of these chandeliers, and then I put one of the ribbons in different lengths inside of the holes. So I need to cover this up. I haven't done that yet. And then you won't see them because the ribbons are actually glued inside the hole. So do we have time? Do you want to see one that I do one with that? Or do you think you got it? Because I could do one and show you how I did it. So we have to make sure that yeah, this is actually quite good. Just pull it through like this. So now I know that I wanted at this length. So then I just make sure to tie a knot here, maybe a couple. Try to get it on the same place so it won't drag out when it's hanging on your wall like that. And you cut it and hopefully it won't come out right there. Then you have one, right? And then I took some piece of my ribbon. Don't know. It's kind of stiff, but that's because the color blooms has a fixative in it. That's why it's stiff. So if you've used Lindy's or some other type spray, I'm pretty sure the ribbon would be firmly soft. Well, softer than now, anyways. So I cut it like this because it's easier to put it inside the hole, and put some glue on the edge like that. And I have this scalpel, which I then put inside here. So I just try to feed the ribbon inside the hole, but it's not going to poke up on the other side. So, and then I cut it in the length I want. So right about there would be fine. You see, now we have one chandelier piece and one ribbon. Like that. So you go around, you do that on the whole thing, and then it's done. I will finish this off and show you that's you can also the thing I didn't show you is that I added some sparkle to it, and I used the matte medium, and I just added a little bit of glue in the places where I thought the shimmer will look good. Maybe we want the moon to shimmer a bit. And I've used the glitter from the Caribbean Sea and the glitters from the Luminous collections. So this is one of the from the Caribbean Sea, and it's so easy. It's just to get some sparkle like that. And the excess I will just pound off in my garbage can like that. See, now it sparkles as well. Okay, so I think you get the since we are now 10 minutes over, I think you'll get how to put on the chandeliers and how to tie a bow. I think you all know how to do that. And now, of course, show you photos on my blog. So I'm gonna turn the camera around to say bye to you. Hello, hello. I'm so glad that you all came and that you like my project. It's a cool project. And hopefully that I'll see some more Dreamcatchers out there with something else. Maybe you can make a sun. I don't know. It's a cool project. So this is the finished one with all the chandeliers. So yeah, everybody has to buy chandeliers. So, and this actually is going on my wall. I have a spot all picked out for it. And now I have an extra one that I have to think about what to do with the other one. Yeah. So thank you all very much for coming. There will be a show next week, and I'm not sure who's on. Let me check that really fast so we could see who's on next week. Because we really would like you to come back and to be a part of us. We all do this for free. It's just for fun, and we do work a lot with our projects to show you the best and what you can do with stuff. So we are so happy that people show up and support us. Next week, oh, it's Heather. I'm pretty sure she will have an awesome project for you. Heather is up next week. And Heather, thank you so much for moderating from the hospital. And I hope Grandma is doing okay, that she will be better soon. So now you know. Turn in next week on Monday, the same time. Hope to see you then. Thank you. Bye.